And we back like we never left. We haven't given you some NBA content last week, so we thought we would double up here this week for you. We got two dynamics on the hardwoods here for you, and the first one that we got here is our top 5 Christmas Day performances. Mozzie, hit me with it. What do you got for your top 5 Christmas Day performances?
All right. I had to dig. I had to do some digging. A few of these games I didn't have the pleasure to watch. Two of them I did, but three of them I did not. So I'm going to start off with my number 5. It's probably somebody you've never heard of. Might be the only time he makes the top 5 list in my eyes. Bernard King dropping 60 points, the most ever on Christmas Day for the Knicks
Okay.
against the New Jersey Nets, 1984. 60 points on 63% shooting. Got to give it to him. It's the most points scored on Christmas Day. Respect where respect is due, my friend. Good job. Moving up the list, we're going with number 4. We're going with the Celtics legend, Bill Russell. Okay. 1965 Christmas Day game, grabbing 34 rebounds, scoring 16 points in a Celtics win. That's just an absurd day. All right. You got to give it to the guy having a hell of a time. That was in the middle of their 10 champion or 11 in 13 years for the Celtics. So give it to him. Number 3, more our time. Still when we were young, but still a good one. Give me Tracy McGrady against LeBron James on Christmas Day. Tracy McGrady dropping 41, 11, and 8. Hall of Famer against Hall of Famer, young LeBron. Not getting it done in this one. McGrady winning in overtime with that stat line, getting the dub. Just a great battle of teams, great stars, great star power, great game. Coming down to the wire, love it. Throw me up to number 2. I got your boy in here, don't worry.
Better.
Kobe Bryant and Shaq facing off for the first time since they separated from their championships. Shaq got his, dropped 24 and 11. Kobe definitely got his as well, dropping 41 on Christmas. But Shaq, with the Heat, getting the win in overtime, getting the laugh over Kobe, but Kobe still getting the laugh maybe in the end. Bring it to number 1 on this list. A guy who's number 1 on a lot of lists. Will Chamberlain. A 59.36 rebound game. Unreal, my guy.
Okay.
For Christmas Day, showing out like that. He brought the presence that day, and he brought it with some energy and authority. 59 and 36 is no slouch. That's a hell of a game. That's a
Yep.
hell of a game. That's a fantasy bettor's dream right there. A dream right there. So that's my list for the
All
best
right.
Christmas Day performances, Live Zone. I'll pass it off to you. I think we might have a couple the same, maybe the order a little mixed up. I know you're going to shock me with something out of left field, though.
Of course, of course. When don't we, right? So I didn't do Shaq and Kobe on the same one. I actually put them in different categories. So I have Shaq at my number 5, coming through, posting up 24 points and 11 boards, first time against the Lakers after leaving. The narrative is there, the story is there. Heat coming out on top, 104-102. It was a great game by both of them, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I didn't leave him out. I'm going to start off my list by saying I didn't put Shaq and Kobe in the same spot. I put them in separate spots. I do have Shaquille O'Neal with the Miami Heat coming in at number 5, putting up 24 points and 11 boards against Kobe and the Lakers, first time that they went against each other. Christmas Day, the narrative is there, the story is there. Heat coming out on top. Kobe ended up, doing a lot better than Shaq did in the recent years. But this year was, I'm pretty sure, one of the years that Shaq was great not being on the Lakers after post-Lakers. So for me, I have at Shaq at my number 5. Then after that, we're gonna go head down to my number 4. You can't have a list in here without having the GOAT in here. Come on now. I have Michael Jordan, the GOAT, scoring 42 points on the New York Knicks. Like always, Jordan beat the Knicks. The Bulls actually went to win in the NBA Finals that year against Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns, being their first three-peat. Yes, you heard it here, something that LeBron doesn't have, a three-peat. But so therefore, I had to put him in here. He had a great year. It was his proven year. Is he the greatest of all time? Is he just another great player? This was the Michael Jordan effect here coming in full effect. All right. Then after that, my number 3, I hate to do this. I hate to put him outside the top 2, but I have none other than my guy, Kobe Bean Bryant. All right. Like I said, Shaq versus Kobe, the narrative is there, story is there. Just think of the heated rivalry they have between each other right now. Kobe goes ahead and scores 42 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. This was right before the month that Kobe Bryant decided to score 40 points a game in a month. 40 points averaging in a month in January that next month. So this is what started it. This was the fire being lit. You saw the gas from Kobe. You saw it coming up in flames. This was a great game. And honestly, Christmas Day games, this might be one of, if not the best Christmas game that we have ever seen, period. I know a lot of you fans, LeBron fans, Curry fans, are going to say the Warriors versus the Cavs. I understand why you're saying that, but for me, Shaq versus Kobe was a different animal back then. So that's my number 3. My number 2, I actually have one that just happened this year in my list. Give me Luka Doncic. All right,
I
44
literally was
minutes.
gonna say you're gonna throw Luka Doncic into this at the beginning of this, but I didn't, bro. And I can't
40,
believe it. Of course.
44 minutes played, 50 points, 6 rebounds, 15 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, 8 for 16 at the 3-point line. How could you not put him in this list? This is one of the greatest stat lines that we have seen in this generation of basketball. You have to put him in this list. The Mavericks actually ended up getting the win against the Phoenix Suns 128 to 114. So not only did he dropped that on Devin Booker, he dropped that on Kevin Durant, on Bradley Beal. The names go on and on and on. Luka had an amazing game yesterday, and he has to be put on this list. My number 1, I'm kind of disappointed that you put him at 5 because this is the best Christmas stat line that I have ever seen. Give me Bernard King. Bernard King, the only time that this man has scored 60 points in a game came on Christmas Day. And not just that, it came against the Boston Celtics, not any Boston Celtics team. This is the team that had 5 Hall of Famers on the same team. They ended up losing, yes, 120 to 114. That's probably why you had them lower on the list. But the performance is there. Bernard King, 60 points in one game with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Give him his props. He is the best Christmas game that NBA has ever seen.
That shows you how good those Celtics teams were. They could give up 60 and still win, no problem. Uh, to one player. So that is the Christmas Day performances best all time between Mozzie and Live Zone. Tell us whose list you like better. Tell us whose list you like worse. Tell us your list. We don't care. Comment below. Let us know. We'll talk. We'll beef it out with you. Live Zone,
Of
anything
course.
left?
Hey, just be ready for part 2 because part 2 is coming right now.
Dynamics on the hardwood. Another part, another piece of the wood, the floor, the court coming together here. Live Zone and Mozzie back with it. We are talking about a fun subject that we thought of today. that we think would be entertaining for the viewers. We'd love to hear what you have to say and want to chime in about. The question is, in today's NBA 2023 going into 2024, currently playing player who is the most overrated basketball player in the NBA? Live Zone. What do you got?
I'm gonna catch you with another surprising one here. So Mozzie was trying to pick my guess, but he couldn't get it. I have a point guard coming out of Washington. He might be playing shooting guard right now. I'm not sure. Give me Jordan Poole. Uh, I I don't know what to say. We expected this kid to be a star this year. We expected this kid to have more than 20 points per game this year. Coming through, averaging 17.9 points on 29 minutes. He's kind of looking like an average player a little bit here. Maybe the Warriors had a good trade market for him, but ever since he left Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, this kid hasn't been the same, and it's shown. He's been getting frustrated with his team, saying, "I got it, I know the play," walking away from the play. I don't know what's wrong with Jordan Poole here. He's got a championship. He's got a championship caliber player on the Washington Wizards, not showing up, not being a leader, not being what you need in the locker room, obviously making problems and off the court. So I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, looking at Jordan Poole, he just looks like another person that was getting carried by Stephen Curry.
Love the pick. I love the pick. My guy is kind of a play off of your guy. It's actually the guy who was traded in the three-team swap, one of the
Yep.
people. And my guy's going to be Chris Paul is the most overrated basketball player in the NBA today. I definitely agree with you on Jordan Poole, but I think we all knew from him staring at the baddies and his nonchalant attitude and that little gaze that he gives, he's just an average player here playing for the money. Definitely carried by Steph Curry. Looking at Chris Paul, though, through all his seasons, you're saying that Jordan Poole looks average, looks like an average player averaging 17 a game. Well, Chris Paul's averaged that his entire career, and he's been in the league 6 times as long as Jordan Poole. And
Hey,
yet,
hey, don't hate on Chris Paul that much.
and let's look at this. Look at the caliber of teams he's played with. Look at the people he's played with and never been able to get a championship done for his team, whatever team he's been on. He's hopped around more than that hometown girl that you like. So it's a little
That's
crazy going
crazy.
on.
That's crazy. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, it's just a curse when it comes to Chris Paul. You're just not going to win the championship this year. That's what it comes down to. You're not going to win the championship when he's on your team. He has all the hype. Best thing I've ever seen him do is a State Farm commercial. And, other than that, on the court, leading the team, he just doesn't get it done. And he gets all the hype, but has none of the wins and none of the trophies to back it up. That's why I just think he's the most overrated. He's a decent player, but championship caliber player, the way they talk about him, no.
All right. All right. I mean, I do have an honorable mention if you want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
I have Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton, the center for the Brooklyn Nets. Should have been a star, played with KD, played with Kyrie Irving, played with James Harden, played with all these star players, was supposed to be the star of the team of the Brooklyn Nets when everybody got traded, and then after that fell right on his face, and he's on the bench crying about it. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but those are my two players that I have. I don't know if you had any honorable mentions, but I'm
I had a
sure you
lot of
do.
honorable
I'm
mentions.
sure
I
you
had a
do.
lot of honorable mentions. Let's go through it. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi. They're all on the
Hey,
same fucking
hey,
team.
hey, no, 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 no. Don't put Kawhi in there. He's averaging more than 20 points right now. Same with Russell
Zion.
Westbrook. Zion, I could see it. Zion, I could see it. What about LeBron? No, I'm just kidding. LeBron fans don't hate on me that much. Come on now. I'm just kidding. Relax, relax.
Nope. Nope. Clay Thompson.
Wow. Wow. I was gonna say oh my God, Dylan Brooks. That was another pick that I
I don't even consider him a real NBA player. That's a topic for
had.
another day.
Yeah. But anyways, that has been all for this Dynamics on the Hardwood. Let us know what you got for your most overrated player this year. We can do all time eventually, but as of right now, we're just going to stick to this year. And we will get back to you, of course. We want to debate with you. We want to beef with you. So just let us know.